Hey, what's up? I'm Crimson Mockingbird, and I'll be continuing down the rabbit hole that is Trials in Tainted Space. Ooh, I need to go clear that. Sorry, I was using the mouse. I was using the keyboard, I meant. Up. Enter ship. Fun time. Alright, now that we're done with the fun time, let's head on out. Now, there's one thing I'm gonna buy before I head out there, because I remember that there was this to grow a third leg. And pretty much it is a this will help me deal with the next character we're about to go and fight. Well, god damn it, I forgot to do that. There we go. I accidentally forgot to maximize it. That's why you're gonna see. You probably won't notice anything. It might be a little different. But it shouldn't be too different. Also, forgot to put on my clock. God damn it, I'm falling all apart today. Take it. Take that mango. Okay. But this next guy we're about to fight. God damn it. But not this person, but one of the future people. They're a lot easier to deal with if you just if you have a high enough if you have the right equipment, which I just realized I forgot to use the right equipment. Give me a second. Inventory. Use the throb. A vial of throb. This vial of transparent cyan fluid seems so innocuous, considering its supposed deleterious effects. Overwhelming libido increase, massive male genitalia growth, and a titanic boost to production of specimen, along with requisite swelling of specimen producing organs. In order to use it, females are to inject it Same with males. God damn it. Random. But let's see here. Here's hoping. Here's really hoping. I have no idea how effective this might be. Let's hop into it. Jill, your cousin is here. She was kneeling over the pod, but at the sound of your approach, she rises to her full height, trim form on full display under a simple white bodysuit. Her hands fall on her hips. Looks like the slowest horse finally finished the race. That's about what I expect from Uncle Vic's kid. She tosses her head, laughing uproariously. Don't worry, cousin. I've copied the coordinates onto this data chip. We are family after all. She smiles broadly at you. How else would you follow along to witness my glory? Jill tosses the chip over her shoulder into a bush. Whoops, I slipped. Guess you'll have to scramble around in the dirt for it, like one of the filthy locals. See you at the next pod. If your weak-ass genes will let you stumble there in decent time, I can always leave you a love note if you don't make it. Okay, I hate her so much, especially because, like, okay, your weak-ass genes will let you stumble there in decent time. You have no right to this. This is my character's fortune to be, not yours. Your father already stole it so much, stole like 50% of it, if not more. Like, I think they said like 50% from him. So it's like, that doesn't make you better, that makes you worse. And here's the big guy. That's right, that's him. In all of his BDSM wear. Also, I didn't realize until now, but he has 4 arms. Yeah, you think that little part right there would have hinted at the forearm. Okay. Get prepared, future me. You're gonna do a lot of censoring. Victory. Slumping, the hulking Azure thug looks like he's close to giving in. Before you can finish this, explosions stitch up the ground in front of you, forcing you to dive for cover. The bass hum of thrusters in atmosphere greet you before the gusting backwash does, giving you enough time to put your arm up to block the worst of it. Dane stumbles into the ship, one blade falling from a numb grip to the ground behind him. The hatch closes, but you're able to see Jill's pearly teeth behind her smile as it does. You crack off a few half-hearted shots at the ship, but the armor is too thick. It disappears into the canopy. Okay, why? Why would you even do that? I mean, think about it. It's like, I could see aiming at the cargo bay where they are, most likely, or something like that, but it's like, why? Because, like it says right there, the armor is too thick. It should be too thick. I mean, it's supposed to go into space and do space battles, isn't it? It's like, would your puny blaster really have enough firepower to actually damage it? If it did, then those ships are weak as shit. It disappears into the canopy, leaving you alone with your thoughts and the data chip in the bush. A quick search turns it up, and as you'd expect, it has a set of coordinates on it. There's still time. You can get to the next pod before your cousin. You're sure of it. You defeated Dane. 1,824 XP. He had 1,200 credits loaded on an anonymous credit chip that you appropriate. You acquire an electrified shock blade. The new acquisition stows away quite easily. I want to equip that. I know it's -1 to accuracy, but there's a +5 to damage, and even though there's a -4 in kinetic, like, I mean, it goes, down to 3, but electric has +9. I mean, the short sword's nice, but I don't know. Reclaim pod. And wait. And wait. Over 3.5 hours pass, and you start to wonder what is taking so long, but a mechanical humming noise breaks through the natural rainforest sound, alerting you of an approaching hover bike. When the bike finally arrives, it lands next to the probe. The driver, clad in an armored steel tech suit and biohelmet, steps off and props the vehicle to the parking position, then activates a towing device in the back. As the hydraulics hum and the tractor beam warms up, the person takes off their helmet to reveal a cocoa-toned young Zon female with bright violet eyes and platinum micro braids tied up in a mid-ponytail. Her maroon-colored lips stretch into a brief smile as she deeply inhales. "Pickup crew at your service, Miss Steele," she says, giving you a 2-finger salute with her gloved fingers. "It's about time, kid. What in the void took you so long?" You retort, "And crew. There's only one of you." The girl blushes slightly of embarrassment. "I'm incredibly sorry about the delay. We tried to send you updates, but our messenger systems were corrupted by the humidity when we landed. That and Ringo was too afraid to land deep in the jungles. He's still a pilot in training, fresh out of the academy, and he didn't want to lose the bird on his first pickup run. So we landed at port. Another hour was eaten up when we entered it because Maggie wanted to make sure everything checked out with the authorities before going in. She's the supervisor on the run. The thick jungle also made it impossible for us to enter as a party, so I was ordered to go in and with the speeder to make the pickup while the others try to fix the comms. You accept her apology and take note of her crew's novice level experience. A green light flickers on the control panel, letting the courier know the anti-gravity tractor is primed and ready. She unravels a wire from the back of the bike and lets its hook onto one of the probe's internal rails. Wouldn't that be external? I don't know, just saying. Flipping a switch, the wire reels in and the tractor beam helps lift the pod from the soft earth. A few creaks sound as the bike's back and end tilts under the weight being lifted. With a metallic clink, the line stops and the probe is connected to the vehicle. The young female kneels down and starts attaching some securing straps into place. As you help her with it, her hoverbike's onboard radio crackles to life with digital static. 2Ek. You read 10-9. I can barely hear you. 410. Check 1-2. Check. Wait, what? Blah blah blah. A lot of more stuff. There's so many numbers getting tossed around. Oh, I almost forgot. She says whipping out her codex. These old probes still have a bounty attached to them, so I have to make sure you get paid before I eject. She waves her device next to yours, and it gives you a positive beep, alerting you to a new deposit of 10,000 credits in your 10,000 credits into your bank account. Holy shit! Oh, there's a blaster I'm gonna go buy. You thank the young woman. Oh, sorry. There's one other thing that I just remembered. Holy shit! On that, it gives a positive beep, because anyone who use the chipped cards. Seriously, when you use the chip card, it gives the angriest beep when it's saying confirmed payment, please remove card. It gives the angriest beep ever. It feels like you're doing something bad. It's like, no, why are you doing this? Okay, and we're setting out. Heading north. God damn it. Frog people. Your drone repeatedly zaps it. Zap, zap, zap. Oh, a stranger. I've seen her from the Trials in Tainted Space comics. And stuff like that. That was like their first ever... I think that was like one of like their first iconic icon characters that they had set up for the game. I was wondering when I was I never saw that person when I was playing, before. You stand on the blah blah blah. There's another rusher here. I'll run by the look of it. She's dressed in a pale white jumpsuit that hides most of her gleaming teal gelatinous skin from view, but does little to conceal the weighty jiggle of her chest. Her hands are in her pack, sorting through enough gleaming prizes to make your belly clench with envy. And her plump rump is positioned perfectly to entice you with its restless wiggles. Just how much did she find before you got here? Okay. I'm assuming that... Was it Jill? Your cousin? I'm assuming that the outfit that we're seeing up here, and that's like mentioning, I'm guessing that must be a very similar outfit to what your cousin was wearing. I'm just assuming. Tossing items carelessly over her shoulder, the Ron seems blithely unaware of your presence until a pill bottle smacks off your chest, rattling noisily. She draws in the blink of an eye, then lowers her weapon at the sight of another galactic traveler. Also something that doesn't want to continuously fuck you every 5 seconds. Or have fun with you. Blah blah blah. Oh, didn't think I'd bump into another rusher out here. You can have the Gallo Max if you want. Not much use to a girl like me. Okay, so I'm guessing the Gallo Max turns us into a Ron. I'm guessing. She eyeballs you, blah blah blah, straight. You just might make it out here. The name Zode, by the way. Maybe we'll bump into each other again sometime. Just don't get mad when I score all the loot before you get there. You pick up the pills and answer, I go by blah blah blah. I sure hope you aren't too sore when I'm scoring crate loads of riches out from under your nose. A little bit of banty winter, really, winter. Let's keep moving. Fight her. Fight the zeal. Fight the power. Wow, I KO'd her in one hit. Now, let's go get that improved rifle. Carl shop the ZK rifle. The ZK rifle is a fantastic piece of weaponry. Heavily modified, of course. Many with such a rifle choose to give it a name. Naturally, your eyes are drawn to one of the only buttons you're actually look worthwhile, which stands in among the bigger, tougher looking through grayed out images. You tap the rifle, though you find yourself confused when some of the more mercantile information is missing. No price. That ain't supposed to be on there. We've got one of those laying around and it's almost ready to go, but it needs some more tinkering unless you want it to explode or just not fire, more likely. I'd love to give it to you, but I don't got my tools for it. Went psycho and wandered off. Naturally, you spawn with a curious look. Assistant, Mhen'ga floating forge bot. Old hands ain't quite what they were. You don't have it in me for some of the stuff. Start mucking with fusion or plasma fuel rail coils, and it takes a bit more than a screwdriver and a bit of leg room. Ran off to the jungle, bastard thing. I can't do the real work and for a while, just tinkering really. The robot. Blah blah blah. God damn it, I can't get the rifle. I want that rifle. What would I name it? I mean, you have to name it, right? There's no way you can't name it. Let's another 3. Went at 6. There we go, Kelly. Let's see what we can sell her. 2 credits. And then this 4,000 credits. Inspired by the unique physiology of Gallotians. Gallomax is one of Xenogen's first products specializing in a complete change in the user's physiology. Approved for use in over 80% of known galactic sapiens, this product is guaranteed to reorganize biological structures into a hyper-efficient, hypermorphic goo. It comes with a warning in big bold print. Maybe irreversible. Maybe harder to turn a goo person into a regular person than the other way around. Let's sell it. I really don't see myself. See myself turn into a goo person. I like my cat girl. Cat girl with the 3rd leg. Plus, there's an extra 4,000 credits to just throw around. Mango. Melee Nip. And I don't need the short sword anymore. I'm gonna go look for that robot on my own time later on. Let's head out of here. Let's head to a different planet. Oh, okay, we're here. We could go to Tarkus, which is the next planet. We could go to New Texas. Yeah, let's go to New Texas. Let's read the message. You hit the display button. A message appears on your ship's console. If anyone is receiving this, please help. Onboard systems are failing. I can no longer reach navigation controls. Emergency power is in the red. Help me, please. Yeah, let's do it. You divert your course towards the attached coordinates. It isn't far, and the journey takes a little more than a few moments at top speed. When your ship begins decelerating from relativistic speed, your view screen lights up with a picture of a vessel in question. It's an oddly leaf-shaped craft with a notch out of one side for a docking bay. In the back, a group of engines bundle together to form the stem. Your equipment is easily able to determine that the ship systems are all online, yet it remains stubbornly static and unmoving. The systems were failing, but the power output is perfectly in the green. Did they already get help? Is this a trap? What do you do? Let's board. The ship proves remarkably easy to dock with. In fact, as soon as your navigational computer begins to plot a course, it automatically extends a docking umbilical in your direction. You guide your craft through the necessary navigational hoops in order to properly connect with it and grab your gear. This could be dangerous, especially considering that you like, okay, let's see if we can attach to it. Then immediately the umbilical cord just goes out, and it's like they're expecting us. I don't like this. Exit ship. Ooh, where are we? Left. The room is not quite what you expected for something labeled trophy room. Namely, rather than animal heads and hunting kit, the walls are utterly covered from floor to ceiling with panties. Okay. There's a lot of censoring to do there. Thrumming powerfully, the ship's power core seems to be proper to operating within normal parameters. The room is large enough to be staffed by a crew of a dozen, perhaps, but the only staff you see are a few sets of mechanized arms that move along tracks on the ceiling, adjusting the computer system to keep everything running fine. You thread your way through the equipment, ducking here and there to avoid the arms as they flirt between whatever task their robotic brain assigns them to. Everything seems built to accommodate this automation, and you catch a glimpse of Kia Corp stamped across some of the polished metal armaments. There are no other exits or items of note here. Okay. The lavish decorated hallway continues on its north-south journey through the center of the ship, lined by chambers on nearly all sides. The eastern door hangs askew, an elaborately carved plate declares it the captain's course. The sound of distress comes almost nonstop from the west. Whoever is in trouble is on the ship. They must be there. Oddly, the room has no designation. Well, they're too... Okay. The eastern door, so the right door, is the captain's quarters. But the sound of distress is coming from the left. Let's go to the right first. Ooh. The ship's more than big enough to accommodate a crew of a few dozen, but most of the rooms are stripped bare, nothing left but spaces in the dust where furniture once was. The largest of the rooms, the captain's quarters, is still furnished. An overly large king-size bed is pushed up against one wall, surrounded by a sea of dirty magazines and hollow boxes for just a variety of videos. On the rack over the headboard is a nice assortment of armaments, including a hefty-looking sword, looking an awful lot like an old-school cutlass, and a shiny laser pistol with a mounted scope. Clearly a custom job. The owners put a lot of work and credits into the arsenal. They're ripe for the taking, but then again, that'd earn you a good slapping if you met the captain. On the desk opposite the bed is a single little bonsai tree, surrounded by stacks of gardening books. It looks about on the verge of death, utterly wilted like it hadn't been watered in ages. Poor thing. But you know what? We're on the leafy ship, and I think I'm at my limit, so I'm going to call it there. So thank you very much for watching, and if you liked what you saw, then please hit that like button, and please leave a comment down below. And even if you didn't like anything, even if you didn't like this video, please check out my channel. I'm sure you will find something else that you enjoy. And if you do find something you enjoy, or just want to stay up to date on all the current and future videos I will be releasing to find something that you will enjoy, please hit that subscribe button, and I would very much appreciate it. And I will see you further down the rabbit hole next time. See ya.